I was feeling lonely, so I started a small business. It's nice to have a little company. Did you hear about the 5 foot 1 inch CEO? He was a small business owner. I've started a small business building boats in my attic. Sales are going through the roof. I accidentally swallowed a small gold nugget and dug through my feces to find it. My wife walked in and asked me what I was doing. I told her I was just minding my own business. My parents were small business owners. They were successful, kind, and wise. And they taught me that good employees are hard to find. That's why I hide either in the bathroom stall or the back stockroom whenever I'm at work. Why was the small business specialist at the bank always by himself? He was a loner. What did the small business owner say when he hired a religious accountant? That's none of my business. A man who makes tie-dye shirts was trying to borrow money to expand his small business. While filling out the paperwork, he had a heart attack and collapsed, spilling bottles of colored dye all over his documents. The poor man died alone. I want to move to Australia and become a small business lender. I'll be known as the funder from down under. Did you hear about the geometry teacher that gives money to small business? They're an angel investor. Did you know a group of ferrets is called a business? Because I just bought 3 ferrets just so I could call myself a small business owner. As an introverted entrepreneur in the coal industry, I mind my own business. Why can't lonely people become entrepreneurs? Because they've no company. Why did the scarecrow become a successful entrepreneur? Because he knew how to build his business from the ground up. Someone asked me if I wanted to become a serial entrepreneur. I said absolutely not. I don't even like cereal. Son, I know you really want to leave your job and becoming an entrepreneur. But don't get any ideas. Laughter continues shortly after this brief ad break. Kellogg's founder started several businesses in his life. A serial entrepreneur. I just started a business where we specialize in weighing tiny objects. It's a small-scale operation. So 2 trees got arrested in the town I live. Heard they've been doing some shady business. What is your business and how is it going? I clean antique mirrors. I can see myself doing it for a long time. What about you? I almost invested in a distillery, but I backed out at the last minute. I found out it was a whiskey business. After a coworker lost his leg to bone cancer, I am thinking of starting a business that only sells 1 shoe out of a pair to cater to amputees. I'll call it Foot Lacquer. I accidentally downloaded the Square app for store owners instead of the one for personal use. My dad said you had no business signing up for that. I'm planning to open a business selling low-carb snacks to Muslims when they are at their place of worship. I'll be calling it Mosquito Bites. This Indian restaurant has an interesting business model. It's a non-profit. I opened a bakery that only sells bagels and donuts. It's a whole business model. My friend is trying to convince me to invest in his sword-making business. He makes some very good points. My prosthetic limbs business has taken off and we made our first shipment abroad. I am now an international arms dealer. I'm going to start a company to sell peppers and we are going to have very aggressive, in-your-face salespeople. Going to call the company Jalapeno Business. My grandfather spent his whole life in the kebab business, but instead of following in his steps I buried him with all his equipment. Now he's probably turning in his grave. What sort of money do you need if you want to start your own landscaping business? A hedge fund. I met a spider today who gave me his business card. Turns out he's a web designer. We all know cheese that doesn't belong to you is nacho cheese, but what do you call someone else's flatbread? None of your business. I'm Montgomery Jones. We're on a mission to spread the laughs and groans far and wide, so please do us a favor and share just one of these jokes with your family and friends today. Thanks. Looking for more dad joke humor to share? Then subscribe to our new weekly email newsletter. It's our weekly roundup of the best dad jokes, memes, and humor for you to enjoy. Spread the laughs and groans and sign up today. Check the sign up link in the show notes page or visit dailydadjokespodcast.com. The Daily Dad Jokes Podcast is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for social media links and joke credits. This show was recorded in front of a canned studio audience.